Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday night loving kindness class here at the Dharma Bum Temple North. My name is Alex. Wonderful to be here with you over YouTube. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a wonderful week. And I'm just really happy to be here with you. So as we do at the beginning of every class, if you are new, I would love it if you would say hi. So you could say hi in the little chat box. I don't know where it is on your screen, but there's a little chat box somewhere that you can just say hi and maybe where you're from if you're new. And if you're not new, say hi anyway. I like to hear it. I always like to hear from you. It always makes me feel good. It helps me feel engaged. I hope it helps you feel engaged too. So hello, Josephine. I'm so happy to have you with us tonight. Are you here from San Diego? Are you here in San Diego, Josephine? Hi, Tamara. Good to see you again, as usual. Yes, you are. Well, welcome to Josephine and anyone else who might be new, or if you're not new, hello to you as well. OB, I love OB. Yeah. Hi, Jean. Wonderful to see you. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going to go on here. So we are going to have this little introduction here before we start our meditation. Then we're going to do a meditation on loving kindness, and I'm going to guide it. So don't worry about what you're going to do during this meditation. If you're new, I'm going to guide it. So you just have to listen along to what I'm saying and just kind of follow the instructions. They should be relatively easy, I think. And then after we have this meditation, then we're going to have like a little Q&A. During this Q&A, I really like it if you tell me what's going on with you. I want to know how your week was. I want to know what your experience of meditation is. I want to know if you had, any difficulty with any of the instructions, or if you thought any of the instructions were easier. If you have any questions about Buddhism or the meditation, or we'll just try to keep it to Buddhism. And, I'm happy to try to answer those for you. It's a kind of a free form, this kind of thing. I mean, sometimes there's some things that I really want to get off my chest and kind of say, hopefully relating to loving kindness. And sometimes I kind of go off on a tangent, especially when it comes to like lockdowns and vaccines and masks and things like that, which are all very, 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 very good. So anyway, all right. So hi, Lisa. All right. So what I'd like to do first is, especially since we have a new person here, I want to talk a little bit about this loving kindness and what that is. The word that we're really talking about, it's an ancient word from the Pali language, is called metta, M-E-T-T-A. And again, this comes from the Pali language, which is a language that we think is pretty close to what the historical Buddha spoke. And hi, Eric. And when this word gets translated into English 2,500 years later, it's there's the richness of the meaning of metta doesn't translate one-to-one with what we're talking about in English. And so what we're talking about is loving kindness, unconditional friendliness, goodwill, and it's simply a wish to be happy. And not only a wish to be happy, but a wish for us and a wish for others to do the things that cause happiness. Right? And if you know the motto of the Dharma Bum Temple, you know exactly what causes happiness, right? The motto of the Dharma Bum Temple is think good thoughts, speak good words, do good deeds. That's it. It's that simple. That's what causes happiness. And so that's kind of what we're talking about, and that's kind of what we're going to do during this meditation. But first, what I would like to do is I would like to read from the Metta Sutta, or sutra. Sutra is just a teaching, and this comes from the Buddha's own words on loving kindness from 2,500 years ago. And so, and it's a discussion. It is a text on how to relate to loving kindness, not only in meditation but during your waking life. How do you want to live your life? How do you want to live a life of loving kindness? And the Metta Sutra, or the Metta Sutta, is a way to actually describes what that is, because these are the Buddha's words on loving kindness. And it goes, "This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud or demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing, in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short, or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will. Whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness, one should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world." That's like that's so beautiful. That's like a meditation cleanser. It's such a beautiful and wonderful thing to read before meditation, because this is what the Buddha is talking about. This is what the Buddha is instructing us, how to live our lives. Not only how to do this meditation, but how to live our lives. So we're going to do a meditation now. All right, no one else said hello. That's okay. So let me get my handy dandy timer out. I hope we're all ready. Okay, let's go do this. So let's get into our meditation position. There's a nice, comfortable seated position, so we're not likely to move around too much. And let's begin. So just allow your eyes to close, making sure that you have that seated position that's nice and comfortable for you, nice and sustainable, so you're not likely to move around too much. And when you sit like a Buddha. And you can even imagine yourselves as the Buddha sitting underneath your own Bodhi tree of enlightenment. Or you can choose any other kind of tree that you want. The oak tree of enlightenment, the eucalyptus tree of enlightenment. It's your tree. It could be whatever kind of tree you want. Imagining yourselves as a Buddha, upright and dignified and ready for the day's abiding. And so to start, let's just take a deep breath all the way in and all the way out. Not forcing it, letting it be quite easy and quite natural at first. Letting the breath calm you and relax you. Just letting my words just wash over you. The instructions here are relatively simple, so don't stress out about it. Letting go of all the cares of the day. You can pick them up again if you want after the meditation, but for now, you could just let them go. So, just for the next couple of minutes, just rest as gently as you can in the sensations of the breath. And so, to start our meditation on loving kindness, we're first going to choose a benefactor. And a benefactor is simply anyone who has shown us great love and great kindness in our life. There are so many people whose kindness and generosity that we've benefited from, and you just have to choose one. You can choose one, you can choose more than one. They can be living, they can be not living. It doesn't matter. You just think of this person and you smile, and it's so easy to think of thoughts of loving kindness for them. And all you have to do is picture them in your mind's eye and think about their own wish to be happy, their wish to be safe, their wish to be healthy, their wish to live at ease in this world. And so your job is simply just to radiate loving kindness to them. You can picture them in your mind's eye, and just radiate loving kindness to them. And however you understand that word radiate, I like to picture a beam of loving kindness going from my heart to theirs. And this beam it could be different colors, and it could be a warm beam, and it could be maybe vibrating or pulsating just a little bit. And but if that's not working for you, you can radiate however you want to radiate. And just for the next few moments, thinking of your benefactor, just radiate loving kindness to them and do this practice for your benefactor. And now shifting our focus just a little from doing this practice for our benefactor to now imagining our benefactor doing this practice for us. And it could be the same benefactor, it could be a different one. You just picture them in your mind's eye, And you already know that they've been of such great and wonderful benefit and help to you in your life. And so you can recall the way in which they were like that to you. And you can imagine them doing this practice for you, just radiating loving kindness to you. And your only job is to receive this loving kindness. Just receive it. That's all you have to do. Receive all of it. You deserve all of it. You merit all of it. And you can even put your hand over your heart and just to listen maybe for any resistance that you might feel. And if there is any resistance, it's okay. Can you meet that resistance with kindness? And just say to yourself, that's okay. And maybe take a deep breath. And can you soften any of that resistance so that you can let more of your benefactor's loving kindness into your own heart? So just receive. It also helps to smile when you do so. So for the next few moments, let's do this practice where we imagine our benefactor doing this practice for us. And now, probably the most important part of this meditation is being able to do this practice for yourself. And this is where, if you want, you can still keep your hand over your heart. You can radiate loving kindness back into your own heart, or you can just imagine your heart getting bigger and bigger. You can say phrases or repeat phrases to yourself. Phrases like, may I be happy. May I be safe from inner and outer danger. May I be well in body and mind. May I be at peace and live at ease in this world. You can repeat one or more of those phrases, or a phrase of your own concoction, so long as it has a loving and a kind intention behind it. That's fine. Listening again for any resistance, any part of the heart that says, no, I can't take it. I can't receive this. And meeting that resistance with as much love and kindness as possible. Maybe saying, that's okay. And taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Letting as much of that loving kindness into your own heart as possible. And so we'll do this for the next few moments, practicing metta for ourselves. And this is where it really helps to smile. So if you can smile, by all means, smile. And don't take this part so seriously. And finally, we can explore the limitless quality of the heart by doing this practice for all beings in all directions. Just like the Metta Sutta says, wishing in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short, or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. And just extend your thoughts of loving kindness with this limitless quality of the heart to all beings in all directions, wherever they may be. And we'll do this the next few moments to end our meditation. just open your eyes when you're ready, making sure to let's keep those thoughts of loving kindness about you while you stretch your arms and you stretch your legs. And then we'll start in about 45 seconds. If you have any questions or comments on the meditation instructions or what your experience was in meditation, now's a good time to type it in the chat box. 30 more seconds. Okay. As usual, that was good for me. One of the interesting things, and one of the things that I did was a little bit of a risk was I kind of opened my the door out to the balcony, and that's always a risk because cars and all that kind of stuff, noise, street noise, and all that kind of stuff, and I was worried about it a little bit, but it got really, really quiet here. And I could hear my neighbors this way a little bit, but not too much. And they're not too loud or anything. They're not. It's just that these walls are not as thick as I would like them to be. and but everything got really, really quiet. I'm like, oh, this is great. I really appreciate this. So yeah. So this was a good, helpful meditation for me, to be sure. And it always is. It always is. I think about, because we have these meetings online, et cetera. I think a lot about, especially since we've been doing this for well over a year now. I think about how you're doing and what it must be like for you. And it just kind of helps me connect to you, and these talks, when you make comments and things online, are really helpful as well. So Jean asked, how is your neighbor's singing dog doing? Well, Roman is his name. Roman, the big old Doberman, is doing well. He's still barking up a storm. And if it ever gets too much, then I will tell my neighbor something. She knows about it, and she's a sweetheart anyway. So she bakes cookies for me. So that's really nice. She made me cookies when I first moved in here, and she made me cookies for, I think, like Christmas, and she made cookies for Easter, and not just me. For the four people whose condos are kind of right next to each other in this little group, and so she's super sweet. And I do love the dog, so it's okay. Everybody has a dog here, so it's fine. I've met a lot of them. Let's see what else is going on. So yeah, again, not a ton of people online right now, but that's okay. If there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want me to talk about, I am happy to do that. Absolutely. Tamara says, tonight I keyed into the word limitless, as in the limitless quality of the heart. And, that's a good point, Tamara. And, the reason why I talk about the limitless quality of the heart is because one time or a couple of times, someone said after the meditation, because I didn't used to give that instruction, I had trouble extending my heart. I had trouble doing this for all beings in all directions, and which is, normal. I mean, a lot of people have this because it's too much to think about, right? All beings in all directions. It's just a little bit overwhelming. And I absolutely get that. But then, I remembered, this instruction I think it was from Pema Chodron. I can't remember exactly. And she talks about this limitless quality, and that is the potential that we have. And so we're asked to explore our potential. And how much can we explore our potential to include everybody, whether we know them or not, wherever they may be, whomever they may be, whatever they may be. And that the heart absolutely does have this limitless quality, that we can include everybody and everything. So just by saying that, what I'm trying to do is almost like speak it into existence. Even though you may not be able to do it right now because you haven't exercised that muscle in that way yet. That is the heart's potential, and knowing that is the heart's potential should help. I think it certainly helps me to know that I'm just going to go as far out as I can go, right? And I'm not going to limit myself and think, no, I can't go any further than this. Yes, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. If you can't do it today, that's okay. So if you could only go out as far as like all of San Diego County or just your neighborhood, that's fine. That's fine. But just know, however far out you can go, it can go further, and it can include everybody. It seems eminently possible. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I never thought so either, because going out to all beings in all directions, it seems so foreign to me, because all these other people who I don't know seem so foreign to me. I don't know them. And what is that? What is that even? And so, but after some years of practice and understanding a little bit better about what the qualities of the heart are and what they can include, and exploring this limitless quality that we talk about, it seems, like you said, eminently possible. And so that's very helpful to me. All right. A lot of stuff going on right now. More people getting vaccinated. I hope you're doing well with that, and you've at least made an appointment, because I think everyone's available. Everyone can do this now. I'm really looking forward to the gray. I'm looking forward to the temple opening back up again. And I don't know if you saw Jeff's message. He says, quite rightly, that I don't know when we're going to open up again. Just because the governor says everything's going to open up on June the 15th, it doesn't, if some things happen, it doesn't mean that the temple is going to open up. It doesn't mean that it's going to be absolutely safe for the temple to open up. And so he doesn't really know when that is. I don't really know when that is. We'll probably have to talk about it and think about it, and make a really conscious decision about it. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it helps. It actually just helps me feel better. It helps me feel better knowing that, someday in the near future, I'm going to have to get my butt in a car and go down to the temple and lead the class. And I'm not going to be able to do it, from the comfort of my dining room, which, I can do, and I'm happy to do it. I'm sick of doing it, but I'm happy to do it, and I'm pretty sure you're sick of looking at me on YouTube too. So that's okay. That's all right. I don't mind. Yes, Lisa says it's open. If things are opening up now, but still, be careful. Do what you got to do. They have. I hate to be a killjoy, but they do have other variants that are more infective and more contagious. So I get my my second shot on Tuesday of next week. So very much looking forward to that. Yes, the vaccine availability as well. And just because the J&J is paused currently, Shouldn't affect it too much. So yeah, get it if you can get it. Absolutely. Do you hear that? Neighbors doing something. I don't know, cutting something. Um, but but yeah, it's one of the things that I think so many people are just like dying to have happen, and um, even the people who've been really, really good about everything, are starting to get not really anxious and stuff like that. So I get it. I absolutely get it. And I think though every single time it's like uh, I think about the welfare of all beings, which is why I don't have, even though I can, doesn't matter how sick of it I get, I still do it. Because I just think about the welfare of all beings. And it's really that heart of loving kindness that helps me keep my distance and, do all the other things that I need to do. And so, I'm lucky because even if you take all the precautions, you can still get it. So um, anyway, so what else? What other questions do we have? What other comments, questions do we have that we can talk about that you'd like me to answer? Or at least start a discussion about? That would be really nice. I would love to do that. You can talk about just how you're feeling in general these days. There aren't, and because it's your own experience, there are no wrong or right answers. It's just how you're feeling is how you're feeling. And again, should be a chat box down below or to the right. I don't know, depending on your computer, it's going to be somewhere. So I would love to know all those, whatever you want to say. Yeah, plenty of time to talk about these things. Or you can tell me what you're looking forward to doing when you think it's safe. I would love to know that. You know what I'm going to do? Nothing. Because I think what I'm really sick of is being told that I have to stay inside. But if I'm not told that I have to stay inside, then I'll just stay inside because I want to. Not because I have to go somewhere. But no, but seriously, like just going to what I really miss is going to a coffee shop and sitting in a coffee shop and looking at my phone or bringing my laptop and watching movies. That's one of the wonderful things that I love to do. Here they have a coffee shop called Phil's, Philz, Phil's Coffee. That's just kind of on the Coast Highway in the village. That is like a perfect place. It's all windows and the sun comes in and it's lit up really nicely and it's nice and bright and airy and I just have my coffee and have my bagel or whatever I'm having and watch something. Watch Netflix or whatever it is that I'm watching, or just listen to music and look at my phone, or just read. I've done all of those different types of things, and the people are super nice, and the people at Phil's are super nice, and I just even though I'm very much of an introvert, just to be around people, I love it. I love it. Even I don't have to talk to them. If I do, that's great, but I don't have to talk to them. Just to have that connection and kind of being there with them always makes me feel better. Introvert or not introvert, it always makes me feel better. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Lisa says, I love Phil. So do I. I don't know. I know they have one in Encinitas and one in Del Mar, and I don't know where else they have one. I'm sure they have some elsewhere as well, but I don't know if they have them in San Diego proper or not. How about you guys? What are you looking forward to? That's something nice and hopeful that we can talk about. Lisa, yes, I think one of the first things I'll do is get a haircut. It seems simple, but I haven't uh, uh, done that since the pandemic began. Right? I'm lucky. I know a lot of women are like this, are in the same boat. I'm lucky. I can just take a razor and just or cutter and just do that on my own. Which I did. But I totally get that. Absolutely. I look forward to grocery shopping anytime instead of first thing in the morning. I get that. Yeah, I get that. I love, the grocery store is one of my favorite places to go. I'm a weirdo. I get it, but I love the grocery store. I love it. And if I'm feeling nice and calm and comfortable, I go up and down every single aisle on every single trip. I don't do it now, but um, when normally, yeah, I'm just like every single aisle, even if I don't care if I need anything in there or not. Um, it's very calming for me. I love it. And one saved to travel and visit my parents and dog. Yes, boy, do I get that. Oh, that's one of the things, and that's one of the reasons why I could have traveled already, but nope. I get again, I get my second shot on 420, which I thought was hilarious, and which means that I will be fully considered fully vaccinated 14 days later on drumroll May the 4th. And I thought that was even better. May the 4th. Right on. Grace. Now that I'm fully vaxxed, I'm excited to see my family, including my newborn niece, for the first time since last January. Flying out in 2 weeks, and I get weepy just thinking about hugging my mom. That is fan friggin' tastic, Grace. That is perfect. I love it. And I am so happy for you. Wow. I am really happy for you that you're flying out in a couple weeks and all that kind of stuff. That is really, really wonderful. And for so many people, um, I uh, um, I peruse Twitter a lot, and there's this guy. He's a former basketball player, Rex Chapman. He's very popular on Twitter because he shares all these wonderful, heartwarming things. And he shared this video of this very old couple in their 90s in England, and they hadn't seen each other in months because of the pandemic. I think she was in an assisted living facility, and he wasn't, and but so they couldn't see each other. And so because of everything, the vaccine, and they got vaccinated, he surprised her, and just that scene of them two coming together after so many months, after being together for so many years and not seeing each other for a while. uh heartstrings, heartstrings. I love it. It was so amazing. Tamra, I'm looking forward to maintaining some boundaries, not in a bad way. I've learned a lot during the stay-at-home order. Maybe I'll enjoy some big music events. uh yes, big music events. And so let's talk about that just a little bit, because we have a few minutes, about maintaining some boundaries, because I know a lot of you, if you're like me, have learned a lot about some people during this lockdown period, right? I certainly have, and I have taken the steps to, um, you know, release them from my life uh, with no uh, with no problems, and I look forward to continuing to do that. And it's made my life better. It's made my life happier. I don't have to deal or see any of that nonsense and that drama. You know, That's fantastic. Same. Yes. And Eric says, I get number 2 tomorrow. Man, I have jab envy. I booked a flight to see my dad in Florida next month. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. That's really fantastic. I'm really happy for you. Um, very happy, Eric. And yeah, absolutely. That's wonderful. Josephine says, I've been practicing detachment daily and it is very difficult, but it feels important. It is important. And it is difficult. Um, and that's fantastic. It'll be interesting because I have absolutely no idea how this is all going to play out. None. But it will be interesting to see how people's lives get back to whatever normal is. And I don't know when that's going to happen or anything like that. I have no idea. But and so think about that. So think about that now, how you think your life is going to be, and then um, wait a few months from now, and I'll probably ask you the same question. What's changed in your life, for the better, and maybe even not for the better. But let's talk about for the better. What's going to be, what's changed in your life? So look forward to that question. All right, guys. I am really happy that we had this kind of conversation. It took a little while for us to get going, but we got going. And I am really happy about that. So Grace and Jean and Tamara and Eric and Josephine and anyone else who said something, thank you. Thank you so much. And I've enjoyed this conversation. I've enjoyed this meditation, and love all of you. And so let's join our palms together at our hearts, please. And may the benefits of this meditation, this discussion, be received by all beings. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be joyful and at ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be loved and seen for the beautiful, radiant beings that they are, that you are. Thank you for coming. Guys, I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful and be good and practice loving kindness as much as you can. All right. Bye now.